Well, that could have been so bad.
Save the day, just like Maisy.
Thank you so much. Incredible. Hi, my name is Grace Aki, and I'm meeting Isabelle McCalla here, currently starring in Shucked on Broadway. We are meeting together for a dozen oysters and a dozen questions here at the Mermaid Oyster Bar in Times Square. Famously, we got the oyster shucker in here early for you. Being as though you are currently starring in Shucked, trademark, have you ever shucked an oyster?
I've never shucked an oyster before.
That's scary.
I don't know. I have never even seen a video of it.
No.
I don't know what tools are required.
There's like one of these, and then like a glove, and then you just have to hope that you don't stab yourself.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm very clumsy. I don't know how well that would go.
Okay.
I'd try it though.
Yeah.
You know, what's life without a little risk, right?
Just a little bit.
Yeah.
Take that. Okay, so famously you're starring in Shucked right now. You've had an insane year. How's it going? Like, how are you?
I'm fine.
Yeah.
No, I'm doing great. I've had a really wonderful year playing three very different women. So I started the year playing Meg and Hercules at Paper Mill Playhouse.
No big deal.
Very fun, very sarcastic, sardonic, badass. She was great. We love an anti-hero. Yeah. And then I went to Atlanta and played Marlena in the world premiere of Water for Elephants, the musical, which was completely opposite of Meg. And I was on a trapeze, and I was not juggling. I can't juggle. Trapeze was my only circus skill I was allowed to do, but it was beautifully written and so much fun, and circus people are wild in the best way. So I did that, and then I came back here, and I did a 2-week workshop of Hercules, and then got the audition for Shucked, and then got it like 2 days later, and now I'm in Shucked the musical playing Maisy, which is so much fun. It's truly just the most delightful, joyful show I have ever been a part of, and it's so nice to be. I've always wanted to do ensemble comedy, and this feels like the mecca of that genre, and so I'm so thrilled and happy.
Have an oyster.
Thank you.
Oyster.
Thank you. I'm gonna go here.
Go for it.
Ooh.
That's a. I'm not putting my mouth on anybody's mouth today, kind of.
Oh, yes, yes. I'm putting my mouth on 2 people's faces today. Great.
That was great.
ASMR. That was terrible. Yum.
Someone's gonna like that.
Yup.
Shucked.
Andrew Duran, I'm coming for you.
Who is God's gift.
So beautiful.
I'm obsessed with his voice.
He's so
Not
good.
to take it away from you for a second. But
no, you can take it away from me.
He's
Give it to
great.
him. He's amazing.
Yeah.
And he's so consistent too. Somebody Will sounds like a Grammy performance every single night. It's great.
Booked.
Somebody Will.
Also, there's like such a specific, and I do want to get into the southernness of it all, because as a Southern girl, I'm so interested. Like, famously, I met you in Atlanta.
Yes.
Doing the prom. Build a prom for everyone.
Yeah.
And so you've now done 2 shows at the Alliance.
Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite like Atlanta like are you now like I get it here? You're a Waffle House girly, like
I do love Waffle House, but I actually never went to Waffle House in Atlanta. I went to a Waffle House in Lexington, Kentucky. I went my freshman year of college for the Kentucky Derby. It was chaos.
Did you wear a hat?
Yes, I wore a hat. Of course you wear a hat.
Does anyone still wear a hat?
Only at the Derby we do. Yeah, but no, the first time we met in Atlanta 7 years ago.
Jesus Christ.
Holy fuck balls. Excuse my language. And
it's tough.
Yeah, I feel like I was so poor that I didn't really have the opportunity to see Atlanta.
Yeah.
And then coming back this time, I was 30. I felt like an adult. I had autonomy, and it was really fun exploring it.
Principal, you're like, oh,
yeah,
doing the work.
No, but like also just like the vibes were great. People were living off of the offsite. They had their own houses, and there were scooters. I love this about Atlanta. There's scooters everywhere.
Yes.
I would scoot everywhere possible. I think one of my favorite Atlanta memories was we went and saw Alicia Keys perform, which was unreal. And let me tell you, the Atlanta concert crowd is fantastic.
They're hyped.
Hyped, so fun. You're just like dancing with random people on the floor. It's great.
I saw Dave Matthews Band in Atlanta many times, and that's the whitest thing I've ever done. Bless. Have an oyster.
Thank you. Okay, I'm just gonna do lemon this time.
Just a little, yeah.
Just a little lemon.
Just a little something.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
I love that you're just like sitting here watching me eat oysters. Should I make eye contact with you when I do this one? Okay.
I want to back up. You
up.
said that you wanted to be in like an ensemble comedy moment, but you kind of did that with Clue.
I did do that with Clue.
You know, and
yes.
I did want to talk about it because it's like such an exciting moment to like see you in this like comedic role in a play.
Yeah.
Like, how did that feel? It's Sandy Reston's Clue.
I got to do Clue, directed by Casey Hushin at Paper Mill Playhouse, and it was my first professional play, not musical, which was so great. And I worked with these like comedic geniuses with like Kathy Fitzgerald and Mark Price and John Tracy Egan. I mean, like, it was the funniest room I have ever been a part of, and watching them build bits and pieces, like it was such a masterclass, and also the silliest job I've ever had. I played Yvette, the French maid, which was very fun. I just talked like this all the time and bounced around with my fake tits. It was really great.
It's a great outfit. Did you keep that?
No, I couldn't. The uptake, too much. Yeah, I can't do that. But it was very fun to have the red wig and like be that va-va-voom girl for a moment. But like one of my favorite things that happened was Kathy Fitzgerald brought a fart machine to rehearsal one day and like taped it under the table. And so she started playing with it, and then it got to the point where we would start playing with it in the show.
Stop.
I shouldn't say this, but there was one show where Yvette, if you haven't seen the movie, spoiler alert, she dies. She gets throttled.
Embarrassing.
And the way I would come out, I'd be rolled out on a pool table, like just like this, with a rope around my neck. And then the rest of the characters would find me, run, scream, run away. And I was getting prepped on the pool table, and all of a sudden I hear and I was like, oh my God, the fart machine's on stage. Where is it? It goes again. And I was like, where is it? And it goes again. I'm like, oh my God, where is it? Where is it? It was taped under the pool table, and it kept going as I got rolled out onto stage. Mind you, I'm supposed to be a corpse, and yet I am corpsing, like fully like convulsing, laughing upside down, trying my hardest not to like try to be dead. And so there's like a whole lineup where like all the characters run to my side of the stage. They cover the pool table. They go, I think we'll be safe here. Complete silence. You hear like the loudest, wettest fart possible. They all start laughing. Part to reveal my dead body, which is just like convulsing with laughter. Nobody's saying lines. Everybody's just
It's over.
It's over because this body is farting. Unfortunately, Yvette's
This body is farting. Coming soon to theaters.
It's a chapter in my memoir. So that was probably the most chaotic moment. And it was our Colonel Mustard, John Tracy Egan, he taped it there and had the remote in his pocket. And that, he really, really screwed us all over on that one.
Wow.
So that's why that ensemble comedy moment was fun.
That earned you an oyster.
Thank you.
Incredible.
Here.
You are so silly and adorable.
Clearly.
And I love it. You've played all of these like gorgeous, incredible like heroines and princesses, but they do have this like underlying like sarcasm, you said, like sardonic, like comedic. Like, were you always like a silly Billy growing up?
No, I was when I was really little. Okay. My mom would always call me Wild Child. And my parents were professional ballroom dancers, and so
flex.
They were national champions. Jennifer and Isabelle McCalla, check them out. Anyway, so they would bring me to their dance studio when I was growing up because I didn't have. We just didn't have babysitters, and so I would like spend so much time just running around the studio, dancing, creating, making up dances, making weird faces, building tents, or forts, doing whatever. And then as what happens with most people, they go to school and start comparing themselves, which is not always fun. And I then started taking myself like super seriously, and then I became like Hermione Granger, like straight A student. Yes, teacher's pet. Yeah, I needed to be liked. I needed to be loved. Which there's a link between that and performing. So,
tough.
Woo! But yeah, I remember being in like high school and thinking like, I want to do serious dramas. Like that's all I want. I want to have an Oscar for Shakespeare or like something like a. And it wasn't until I got to college that I started letting go, relaxing, realizing life is way more fun when you take yourself a lot less seriously. And I actually think it was the out of town triad of the Prom that really opened that up for me, because it was such a funny, smart show that was also so moving that I saw the power of comedy, and I saw the power of levity and silliness, and how that actually can bring people together and also make themselves look inward, sometimes faster than drama does. Like, in a way, like, there's some dramas that can be a little self-serving, and I think I was looking at it from a self-serving perspective. And I love acting in drama too, don't get me wrong, but like, I think there is such community building when you're doing comedy, and I love it. And so, like, comedy is the perfect venue to embrace my silliness, and so now I don't care at all.
And on that note, have an oyster.
Thank you. I haven't done this one yet.
Yeah. That one looks nice.
Yeah.
It looks like a nice oyster.
It does.
That
It's,
oyster
like,
you
nice
would take
and
home
round.
and say, oh, okay.
See, I wish I could do the lift thing, but I'm very clumsy. I almost fell off this chair.
So you talk a lot about like the comedy of like the honesty and truth, and how like drama isn't always the medium that we have to bring that out in. And I feel like Maisy is that perfect role.
Yes,
where
she
you're like,
really is.
actually, like, this is about a woman and a person that just like simply wants to get out. Like, what drew you to this character besides like obviously how lovely it is?
Yeah. I think Maisy is such a beautifully optimistic, curious person, which is such a balm in these very cynical times, I think. And as I get older, obviously it's easier for cynicism to kind of like drip into my everyday life, but I think she kind of reminds me of how important it is to look for the good in every single person, even if you don't agree with them. And like, also what I think is so fascinating about her is that she is from this place, Cobb County, where nobody has ever left. And everybody has their traditions and ways of doing things because that's what's been done for generations. But like, she has the courage to say, well, what if we tried something different? And it's not, there's no real defiance in it. It's more adventurous and full of love, and she becomes this unassuming hero because she never sought out to be the hero. She just wanted to help her town, and nobody else stepped up. So she was like, okay, well, let me try. And I think what I really took from Jack O'Brien too is that, you know, she's the last person to think she's funny. Everything is very serious for her, and she's not in on any of the jokes. It's just like, this is the way she speaks, this is the way she behaves. And it was really her heart and her unassuming nature. This is such an awkward food to eat.
Sorry.
No, I really want you to dial up the sound on the slurping.
We will not paint you in a particular
Oh,
light,
again,
don't worry.
it's okay. I don't care.
Yeah. Like, this is stunning.
Thank you.
You've gone on record to say that you would like to play Miss Congeniality.
Yes!
I believe in this wholeheartedly, that it can and should happen.
Thank you.
That's, Karma's my boyfriend, and you need to make that
I'm
happen.
putting it out in the universe.
You are.
I'm telling you, that's all I want.
Is there another one that since that time you're like, and also that, I also want this?
Ooh.
Even another Disney heroine or something. Like, it could be anything.
I want to be the voice of a Disney princess.
Yeah.
Eventually. That's
Like,
like a goal.
on the voiceover.
On the voiceover, like in the movie, like I want to be that girl.
Yeah.
But for musical or play, you know, I hear Princess Bride is becoming a musical.
Say that.
I wouldn't mind taking a crack at Buttercup.
Bernie Telsey, get on the phone.
Hi, I'm free in the future eventually.
Can you slay it for the camera?
Hi, I'm Isabelle McCalla. I'm 5'4" and I'm based in New York City.
And that's the last oyster. That's perfect. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, thank you. I'm so excited. Can I have some more? I'm just gonna finish.
Eat the rest of them, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Have a great matinee, girl.
Bye.